Does Path of Exile finally have competition? Diablo 4? Last Epoch? Does any one of those compete? I mean, we have a lot of new things coming to the ARPG genre, like Diablo 4's Season 2. So, if you see here, Diablo 4 is announcing that they're going to have an announcement. In my opinion, it's just absolutely ridiculous, but whatever, it is what it is. So the season 2 is coming October 17th. So honestly, it's right around the corner. It's probably like what, two weeks away, something like that. And they're letting everybody know that on October 4th at 11 a.m. PDT, they're going to be having the looming Season of the Blood and many other details of quality of life updates first announced at Gamescom opening night 2023. Okay, so the reason I say this is that they are trying to compete with Path of Exile. They're trying to get their people back. They're trying to get the players back because 99% of the player base has dropped from Diablo 4 since originally coming out. That is absolutely ridiculous of a game. So join members of the development team, blah, 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 Adam Fletcher. So that's not too important, but the developer update livestream also many quality of life updates arriving throughout the season 2. The team will talk about the community request features such as additional stash space functionality, improvements to dungeons, mounts, and much more. So they're going to be having a live stream. They're doing a live stream and campfire chats. They're two different things. They're going to be talking about what season 2 is going to be bringing and other things like that. Now, in my opinion, with Diablo 4 trying to compete really with Path of Exile, can they compete with Path of Exile in season 2? I feel like they could, but they are going to have drastic changes. When I say drastic changes, I mean that they are going to have to revamp the end game almost 100%. There's no way around that because there's too much. Like when I came from Diablo 4, because I originally didn't even know about Path of Exile, but I found Path of Exile through Diablo 4. When I originally played Diablo 4, I got to like level 70 and I just got bored. Honestly, I've already gotten further in Path of Exile than I even did with Diablo 4 because once I got to a certain point, I literally just got bored out of my mind because you just run nightmare dungeon after my nightmare dungeon and you have the malignant hearts inside the nightmare dungeons, which is cool, but I mean, you literally would kill that monster within seconds. I mean, what's the fun in that? You know what I mean? Like you and then to be able to get the uber gear, I mean, really, what's the big deal? I mean, let's be honest. Like, I killed the uber boss in 3 seconds compared to 1.5. I mean, what the heck is the difference? There's no difference. You know what I mean? I mean, unless you're going for those absolute insane numbers, then there's literally no difference. You know what I mean? So that leads us on to Path of Exile. Now, you all might say, Path of Exile, why? Well, let me show you. So if you have been following my streams or my, any of my content, you know that I came from Diablo 4, and that is how I found Path of Exile. And I just want to say that it has completely changed my life in gaming, this go around. So whenever I came from Diablo 4, I had no expectations with anything, right? I just thought it's going to be another ARPG. We're just going to do reflect maps or do maps and, whatever, it's going to be what it is. But then I got into the real juicy stuff. I got into maps, I got into Delve, I got into Blight, I got into I haven't done Heist yet, but I've heard about Heist and I'm really excited to start Heist. I mean, and Sanctum was really fun to me. I've really been having a lot of fun with that. But let's go back. So I'm sorry, I'm ranting. But the thing is that this game, it has the maps and then it has the mini games with the maps. It has the mini games that you can go in, like the new season trial of Ancestry. You can literally do that mini game that they brought out, and it's a lot of fun. You build your team. I build my team. You bring your team. Let's all fight, and then you try to rank up. Like, like it has the fun aspect of, if you're casual, then you can just go play, right? And you don't really care about your rank. But it also has, if you are a really serious player, that you can rank up, and you can tell people your rank, and you can, really like beat your chest on, be like, yo dude, I'm this rank, what rank are you? You know what I mean? So I really think that's a cool aspect to the game, and I think that they really incorporated a lot of beautiful things there. The sound in Path of Exile absolutely blows my mind. It really makes you feel like you are submerged in the game. And with Diablo 4, I never really felt that. You know what I mean? I honestly, I never felt it with Diablo. And that's what's sad to me, because, I'll get into some of these boss fights on Path of Exile, and I'm like, this is crazy. I feel like I'm in the game. It literally, it's a totally different experience. And if you haven't played Path of Exile, you really need to try it. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But if you have played, or if you haven't, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I am trying to build a Path of Exile community, or really an ARPG community. We're trying to get some, there's Discord, we have Twitch, we have YouTube. We're bringing out content daily. So if you guys haven't done it yet, make sure you join Tonk Nation and become a part of something that's going to hopefully be big in the future. That way, if you like gaming, you can stay up to date, and we can do all the things. So, Tonky, you say, what's next? Well, Last Epoch, so let's check it out. So, Last Epoch. It is probably the closest thing to Path of Exile. Let's watch.
5 years ago, Last Epoch was a community dream. What if we, the players, could band together to make the next great ARPG? What would that game look like? Lots of character classes to choose from. Every single skill would have its own build-defining skill tree.
And that's good to me. It really needs it.
And it would be updated for years so we could play forever.
That's what we need. That is what we need.
Last Epoch,
okay.
Crafting and finding items, super rewarding.
Okay, all right.
Again,
so the gameplay looks really nice.
Innovation we've seen in a trade system in an ARPG in at least a decade.
All right, and they have a trade system, new mastery, rune master. Okay, that's cool. So going into the talk about Last Epoch. Now, spoiler alert, I haven't actually played it, but I have done a lot of research on it. If you would like me to play it, please leave me a comment, okay? Tell me, be like, yo, Tonk, I want you to play it. All right, so it is actually a game that I am considering. I've been doing a lot of research on it, because I guess right now it is in early access, and in December it's going to be coming to a full release. So I'm really excited about it, but I'm trying to juggle Diablo 4 Season 2, Path of Exile, the new season, and then I'm going to be dabbling in Last Epoch, because I want to get a full taste for all of the ARPGs that are available to me. So I guess the research that I've done, it says that when you play Last Epoch, it's not like Diablo 4, and it's really not like Path of Exile, because you can target farm certain items. And to me, that's really huge, because whenever you take your time in going and you're trying to find a certain specific item for your build, if you can target farm that item, then to me, it's like I don't feel like I'm wasting all of my life. You know what I mean? Because, let's say I can play 3 hours tomorrow, and then I'm like, okay, this is what I want to focus on. I can actually focus on it if I know where and how to farm the item. In my opinion, that's a good thing. Also, I heard that Last Epoch has the best loot filter available. Now, they do spam you with a ton of loot. I've watched other streamers play. I've looked up videos, and I've seen all the loot that it drops. But I saw that Last Epoch has the best in-game loot filter. So it's not like Path of Exile. With Path of Exile, you have to download a separate loot filter. In Last Epoch, you don't have to do that. It's already built into the game. You can customize it with literally however you want. So another thing that Last Epoch offers is all the legendary items that you can get in the game you can use those legendary items to boost power of other legendary items, right? So like, let's say you get a fire staff and it's a legendary item, but you're using, I don't know, a cold staff. You can literally extract from that fire staff, and you can save that extraction and put it on a different legendary weapon later on if you need to, or if you want to, or if you want to like change your build around. So it doesn't make legendaries like Diablo 4 and almost like Path of Exile, like kind of like if it's not completely specific, then you can't really use it. You know what I mean? Also, we got the dungeons lead you towards specific rewards in Last Epoch, which in my like I said, in my opinion, I really think that is something special. There's more dopamine hits that hit you. I guess with Last Epoch, you get hit with the drops, you get hit with some chests, you get smacked all the time with dopamine. You're like boom, boom, and it's just constant. So if you like that, then Last Epoch is probably your game, or at least you want to try it out. So last thing is crafting in Last Epoch is actually viable. Unlike Diablo 4, where the crafting is like a potato, it is very similar to Path of Exile. So if you enjoy crafting, then this is, very similar to Path of Exile. So like I said, you can take the fire essence off, you can pop it on another item. You can literally craft, and you can, make your build the way that you want to make it on Last Epoch, unlike Diablo 4, where what you get is pretty much what you get. So, in a nutshell, Diablo 4, unless Season 2 really brings something spectacular, which I'm really not banking on, it is definitely number 3. Right now, in my heart, Last Epoch is number 2. But we will be diving in deeper into that one. And for all you Path of Exile lovers out there, Path of Exile in my heart is number 1, the best ARPG right now available. I'm super excited for Path of Exile 2 coming next year. I'm like a little giddy schoolgirl with Path of Exile 2, man. Like, I'm so ready for that. So, all right, guys, if you haven't done it, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out some of my other videos. And, guys, I will see you tomorrow on the next video. Let's go get it.